Hi, everyone. Welcome to Backstage Pass. I'm your girl, Sam Powell, and I'm joined with Barnard as always. And it looks like we got our whole production crew here just to kick things off for ISE. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Sam. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, I figured it'd be good just so everybody could see what goes on behind the scenes and all the chicanery that they're not privy to as we're getting ready for all these fun podcasts, just to let everybody know about what to expect for these upcoming wonderful shows. So yeah, I don't know, where else should I go from there? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always good to shine a light on the people in the background. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the podcast, and there's not going to be many because it's obviously world record breaking these days, but Narin and Carey are our producers usually for the show, and they are in the background talking in our ears. Anyone who sees unedited footage of this usually would make us look completely insane because you can't actually hear or see them. It just looks like us talking to ourselves. So we thought, get them in front of the camera. And they, to be honest, I think they've been craving a bit of limelight for a while. They're always begging to get on the camera. So we thought, hey, let's get them on. So Carey, Narin, welcome to this side of the camera. So Carey, how does it feel to be on this side of the camera? You actually do a lot of the interviews that we have on like the AVIXA TV live stream when we do it. You do a lot of those, but you never do like our podcast. So how's it different?
It's different because you're in front of the camera, obviously. But I think I like to set everybody up for success, I would say. And it's hard to set my own self up for success because I know how I am as a person. Anybody who knows me knows I will be honest in what I think. And yes.
Honesty, best policy.
So the filter has to be turned on 100% when we do these things. So it's really being like, okay, think about what you want to say before you say it. And yes. So it is different. It's more pressure, I would say, for you guys as well. And just when it's just us, it's great. We have a great camaraderie. We can just chitty chat and all that stuff, but it's realizing that you guys have a lot of pressure on yourself to do this stuff when it comes to our podcast, when it comes to the live streams, when it comes to the interviews, when it comes to the ads and the commercials and our openings and all that stuff. You have a lot of pressure, and I am grateful for it.
But it's weird. Well, it's weird, isn't it, though? Like as soon as the record button gets hit and we actually start trying to do the proper intros and stuff, I think, Sam, I don't know about you, but there is that kind of unspoken sort of tension and pressure that gets in because, again, for people who want a glimpse behind the scenes, we've been on this call together now for the last 45 minutes before we started recording, just chatting, and we probably could have used tons of what we're doing as like a casual chat, and then as soon as you click like record, it's just like
okay, so never mind. Yeah, no, I totally feel it. Yeah, and it's so you get a little you're a little warmer, right? You're like, okay, well now I've got to say the right things and we can't, just joke and everything as we did before. But yeah, it is actually really interesting as soon as like the light turns on. But I think afterwards we just kind of settle into ourselves and just have a good time. And I have to say, Carey, if people don't know, you're very professional and you're just really good at keeping us in line, and you're so organized, and I really appreciate that about you, and I think that really helps these things move along. Granted, yes, we've been on this call for 45 minutes and nobody's seen what we've been talking about. That's fun.
I planned for it, though. I did. I knew that we were going to need extra time.
When we first started doing these, we would have like a half an hour call, and then we're like, maybe 45 minutes. Let's do it. Let's make an hour. And that's probably necessary. But also, I think from when we started, Narin kindly would be very encouraging. I don't know if that's his natural state or if he kind of went online and did a course of how to get the best out of people. But I think from the very beginning, Sam and I, we were both very like scripted, and let's talk about this, let's talk about that. Don't mention this, don't mention that, and all this kind of stuff. And then the feedback was like, Narin was like, okay, cool, great episode. We'll edit that together. Thanks a lot. And then I think, Narin, you mentioned early on, like, just be, have fun with it, just be casual, just have a chat. And I felt that as like permission to then go ahead and be a lot more relaxed. And then your feedback afterwards just kept getting more and more like, you guys are naturals. Like the chemistry is great. It's so chilled. It's so enjoyable to listen to and to edit together. And I think that's the key. I think is just like being relaxed, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely the key. I mean, chemistry takes time, right? And Ben and Sam, I mean, you've done many of these now. You've done them live at our shows. You've done them on Backstage Pass, and then you've also done a few maybe side things, different like webinars and stuff like that. And then I think that builds chemistry over time, and that's just all part of the process, right? But I think definitely. A lot of that comes from that. Yeah, for sure. So a lot of that comes from natural ability as well. And I think early on we knew that, you know, we got Sam and Ben here. We're lucky and blessed to have some really talented people within AVIXA that we're able to just bring in a pinch. And from the get-go, I mean, we just noticed immediately that both of you just connect with the audience so well. And then that's something that we were like, all right, let's just keep doing this. Let's keep doing this. I don't know if you remember, but go back to, I want to say 2021, right after COVID, was actually when we did our first live stream. It was our first, we were trying to figure out ways to do handle our shows in a hybrid kind of way. So we worked with our friends over at V-Link, and then they provided Mary, who was our talent at the time. She was fantastic, such a great person to work with. And I think she kind of made us think, wow, what if we found someone from within that has this ability to present themselves and do all of that? And then Sam came, and then Ben came, and then like we were able to like establish like this in-house type thing. And I'll tell you what, like it just grew so well, and that comes from natural talent. So there's only so much that Carey and I can do when we like put people together to make magic happen. But over time it just it worked out. So really,
and it adds like an extra,
really cool to see.
Yeah. It adds, for me, it just adds an extra layer of like excitement and interest to my day job as well. Because I think, Sam, I think you were the same. Like we came to this through kind of hosting webinars at first, right? Like we were sort of doing the power hours stuff. And I just realized I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'd been interviewed a couple of times just for small things on camera, and I never really felt that comfortable being interviewed. But when it came to interviewing, I was like, this is what I like, because we can have a certain amount of structure, we can have questions set out, but then we can also go somewhere else with it. And when we got to the whole AVIXA TV live stream thing, and that has come on leaps and bounds. I mean, I laugh when I look at the first studio we had at ISE compared to what it was last year and in Vegas. And stuff. It's like, it's so different. And I think Sam and I working together, the amount of time we also have learned more about each other and how we like to do things. Because I think I realized that not just sticking rigidly to the questions and actually just doing a bit of follow-up between the questions made it feel more natural. But I think the first time I realized that and did it, I hadn't told Sam I was going to do it. And then I think I could feel the tension rise a little bit when you saw that I hadn't just stopped there and let you ask the next question. I'd actually said something else. And, it was a quick glance down to the iPad, like, hang on a minute, this isn't part of the script. But then I think that ended up being a lot more relaxed and natural. And also the guests, like, because we do pre-calls with the guests that we have on the show. And they're always like, yeah, that sounds good. It sounds, great. And they give great answers. I'm like, okay, cool, we're set. But then you forget that they're also human beings, and then you stick them on a desk with a camera in their face and lights and people running around, and us kind of saying, okay, we're live in 3, 2, 1. It gets to people. So I think our job is also making people feel relaxed on the set. Which
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think from doing all of these, these podcasts and at the live show, we've learned so much from one another. Ben, I picked up a lot of great traits from you, and also working with you, Narin and Carey, you guys giving us just really great feedback and a perspective of, things that we're doing really great and, what we could do to make all of these, these shows even better. And I really, really lean on you guys, and you guys make us look so good post-production.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the work that you do behind the scenes, people have no idea all the hard work that you do. But I would like to know if you guys could share with the audience like a little bit of what you do at ISE and like some of the things that you find most rewarding and that you like look forward to at these shows, because your hands are in so many aspects of things that people may not be aware of. So I'd love to hear like from both you, Carey and Narin. Carey, maybe you want to go first, like a little bit of what you do like at the show and like what you find most rewarding.
Yeah. So at the show, you will find me attached to the AVIXA TV booth.
Pretty much. Yep.
I don't leave unless I am chained. Yeah. I don't leave unless it's for lunch or if there's a real emergency and there's a fire and everybody else needs to leave.
You just stay.
I just stay. That is where you find me. But at the show, before, it's more of, or kind of what Ben and also you, Sam, were saying, it's more of like organizing our pre-production calls with our sponsors, also our guests, making sure we're all prepared, we're all using the same notes, from that sort of aspect. Then it's also with the video team, organizing like our projects, making sure everybody knows exactly what they should be doing, their role on site or off site if they're not joining us. With ISE, our full team does not come. But then at the same time, I am very involved with the live stream. So kind of when Ben was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, I do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
Kind of like acting as floor manager, right? Getting everybody on the stage, then getting them off when it is not their turn anymore and they are done and they can just be butterflies and float across.
Float at ISE. That's what we want that experience to be.
Yes, please. Because I don't experience it. Then the other part, I would say my favorite part, and this kind of goes into my previous roles before working for AVIXA. I was a sales retailer on the show floor, or on the sales floor for a department store, and interacting with all the different people. Loved doing that. Loved hearing the stories. I love to talk. So
facts.
Any meetings with me, you got to tack on an extra 10 minutes.
Yes,
because we're gonna use it. I love to talk to people. I love to know the stories, interacting with folks of how they did get in the industry or what exactly they're doing at the show or just in general within their professional career. I do love getting to interact with people. And I think even though I am tethered to the AVIXA TV booth, I still get to interact with a lot because all the friends that come over and say hi to us, and then also the guests, right? I'm interacting with them before they get on and beforehand with the pre-production calls and everything like that. So it is a little bit of the networking, I would say, is probably my favorite part in building the relationships at the shows.
And you're really, really good at it. So
absolutely.
Kudos to you for all of that hard work. Yay. Hand class. Narin, what about you?
Absolutely nothing. I just sit there all day and just look at.
Yep.
Watch
All
Carey.
right, next.
Next. No. So I, my primary job here at AVIXA is, to capture content, edit content, and work on ways, whether it's through strategy or all that, to get them delivered out to our people. So part of that translates over to our shows as well. So during ISE, usually you'll see me at the studio as well. But mostly I'll be working as the support for our friends on the technical production side. So the technical director and all of that, make sure that I provide them with all the assets such as graphics and all of that. And also to make sure our live stream actually work, which is, I'd say, kind of important for a live stream. So
just a little.
Making sure that, just a bit. No big deal. That's a little too much power to give one person. Yeah, so like, making sure that our encoder information is consistent, that all of our RTMPs and all that are set up across our multiple channels to make sure that they go out on time, and keeping an eye on them to make sure that they are working pretty well. And if not, then we'll communicate it with our team on site. So it's a lot going on, which is always fun. But the other part of it would be the content capture part. So, with everything going on at ISE, we have a lot of great people who visit the show, really knowledgeable, experienced people, and also different events such as tech tours and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So that allows us the opportunity to tell the stories from a lot of these cool installations that happen around Barcelona. So myself, usually Mark Metzger, who is our senior video manager, he and I usually will go visit these tech tours. And also Trisha, shout out to Trisha. She's an incredible contractor that we work with Muddy Paws Media. And she's such an incredible person to work with. She's our best friend, basically. Yeah. So we will go out to these sites and record them. For at times they're for future, just for AVIXA content or AVIXA TV content, such as how they do that, field trips, future episodes, and social media content for our friend Gibran. But sometimes this stuff also gets turned around pretty quickly to go on the following day for our live streams. So it's a lot going on, but we want to make sure that we provide our viewers with kind of that game day look, right? Make sure that we want to build a little FOMO into our presentation so that they would want to come next year and check it out in person. Though we do appreciate the views as well on our digital channels. So
and that's
always
no small feat, just for everybody watching. That quick turnaround.
And I was going to say, if you see Narin at a show and you're not sure if it's him, if he's got a couple of like mini DJI cameras in his hand, just like whizzing around filming stuff, then it's definitely him, because that's as right. You say, it's like the content capture. That is something that I think you're really good at. Like we'll just be doing something, maybe like a cold open filming or something like that with larger cameras, with like Charles, who's also on the team, and then you've just got Narin, and he's just kind of there with these mini cameras, just kind of like capturing different angles. And this would be cool, we can do that. Or if we're out and about in Barcelona at ISE this year, we did a few segments that we were filming. Yeah, and it was really, really good fun. And I think also for both Narin and Carey, the thing that you guys do really well is the energy that you bring, especially when it's hard, like it's tough. I think there've been a couple of things that I can think of straight off the top of my head, like difficulties we've had with setup and live streams not quite working, and power outlets kind of overloading and all that kind of stuff. And Carey, you had to put together some anchor desks before with no instructions.
I mean, small.
I only helped with taking them apart, and that was hard enough. So I can't imagine how hard it was to actually put them together. And then Narin, obviously, as you say, turning stuff around quickly, filming something one day and then working, pretty much through the night to get it done the next time is, So the energy that you bring is really great. And you know what, as well, I think, obviously, for consistency's sake, it's great that Sam and I can be the main anchors on the desk and do that kind of stuff. But I'm really thankful for and grateful for is that we have other people such as you guys in the team that can do the video segments, and we can rely on you to do interviews and stuff, because it's not just that you're doing it because Sam and I are busy or we can't get around to it, whatever. It's because you're good, and it's a really nice way to have some variety on the screen and all that kind of stuff, and it fits together so well. And as I say, my day job isn't this; it's sort of more on the association side with a different team. But then, and Sam, the same for you. But then when we go to a show, we come together in a different kind of hybrid team, and it's it's really cool, especially when Sam and I get invited to like the video teams social event or dinner or whatever. It's like, oh wow, I've got another kind of family here at AVIXA. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Absolutely, especially like when we get to do the axe throwing. That was fun with all of you guys. I actually won, and I did want to make sure that I made a note of that because I am competitive. I won one of those. Won. That was cool. I did.
Although you won at something that is incredibly violent, so I don't know if I would be. That's very true.
I want some credit. I'd never threw an axe before in my life over my head. I thought my head would get cut off, but I did a good job. But I would also be remiss though if I didn't give you guys some praise. You are, or we all are, but you know, your production team and the Telly Awards, all the award-winning, pieces that you guys have put together. How many awards are you guys at now? Is it 6, 7, 8? I mean, how many are you guys tallying up?
More than Brady.
I know. Wasn't he in one of those categories that you beat him out on, right?
That was actually he entered the Tellys for an award. I can't remember what it was. It was like a short film or something. But I do believe we have 7 Tellys, so
awesome. Cheers to that.
Not a big deal.
And that is
us.
Another testament just to all of the hard work that you guys do. And we wouldn't have such a successful show if it wasn't for you and everybody else that we had mentioned and some others, who have really helped to really put this together. And this show is just excelling. And I'm so proud of all the work that you guys do. So you make us look good.
Do you know what this opens things up for? This opened things up for AVIXA TV live stream segment of Meet the Team, talk about that kind of stuff. So who knows what it's going. You'll be able to see these guys in the flesh, on the show floor in the midst of everything. So but yeah,
I was going to say, this whole podcast, this episode has just been you guys praising us. Is this just like
Yeah, what's the catch here?
Yeah, you're so good.
Yeah.
Yay. And then we're going into ISE season and it's like, oh, okay. We're just going to pump your egos up a little bit.
We're buttering you up now. So like when we start screaming at you about like, where's my water? Like, I can't hear myself. So we're trying to give you the props now.
Yeah, Carey and Narin are going to be like, you guys are mean. They're going to be like, you guys are mean. Like, no, remember all the nice stuff we said before?
Yeah.
We have it recorded.
That's the real.
We have the evidence.
It's on tape. It's on tape.
Yeah.
But this is where we send. This is where we send Mark and Trisha. So
yes.
Awesome. Well, it's been so nice having you guys join us on the podcast as the little kickoff to the Backstage Pass. I can't believe ISE is coming around so soon already.
I know.
But it's really going to be really great. And thanks to Narin and Carey, we're going to have some amazing guests this time around as well. And some great sponsors, some great chats, some great video content. So everyone stay tuned for that. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Meeting the Team. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet some more of them along the way. It seems to have worked quite well, and I'd certainly love to introduce more of them. But Sam, why don't you do your classic outro and just show the people how it's done.
All right, let me see if I can muster it up. All right, I think I'm ready. Well, as Ben said, thank you all so much for joining us on this episode of Backstage Pass, and we can't wait to see you on the next one. So, see you soon.
Bye
everyone. Bye.
See ya.